Hello and good morning, my friends. This is Marta from Drop of Sunshine and welcome at my studio. I'm just coming with super happy mail I just received from the craft stash. They had a fabulous offer. It was 50 items for £5 and I ordered myself 3 sets of dies. Plus, I also won those lovely picture this stamp sets I was quickly just showing you. I have not got the chance to play with them, but I will definitely make some lovely Christmas cards from them. On top of everything, not enough happy, mails come in. I had my lovely lady visit me. Some of you who watch my channel, you know that I am with friend with a retired art teacher, and from time to time, because she's having arthritis, the lady is come and visit me and bring me some goodies she's not using anymore. So I am so lucky and blessed to have all these wonderful things coming my way. And just to quickly tell you, I am a premium member on the Craft Stash and on a craft word platform actually, so that gives me a 10% off discount anytime I'm making the purchase on a craft stash store. So the craft stash is offering a free delivery for every order for £15 and over. So when I ordered 3 stamp sets, I had £15 minus 10%, so I didn't qualify for a free offer, so I just had to choose something else to make it up, so I have a free delivery, and I choose this Sakura pen. And on the left side you can see I have this gorgeous stamp set from Card Making Magic with this die, and this is the stamp and die set I purchased from the Market Square on the Facebook. Someone just advertised it, and as soon as I spot this is Card Making Magic, I just thought I have to have it. I love Christina creations, and her dies, her products are absolutely amazing. Here you can see I do have this what's the name? Oh, just let me quickly check it for you, my friends. I've put it somewhere. Yes, sorry, it's Floral Trellis die. And what I was planning to tell you, I'm sorry, I had this gold cardstock. It's 400 GSM. It's very sturdy. It's almost like a cardboardy feel, and as you can see, this die just cut beautifully. It's absolutely amazing. I've made myself 8x8 base, and now I'm doing some embossing. And one thing I would like to tell you, my friends, for the embossing, if you're embossing the larger area, I rather cut myself a slightly bigger piece of a paper and emboss it, and then trim those 2 additional edges. So I'm trying to place it equally on my embossing folder, and then I'm just trimming 2 remaining edges, so I know how the exact size once I take it off from the embossing folder. And I'm telling you this because if you're gonna be embossing a larger space, it may happen to you that your paper will shrink a little bit on one side, like on a length. So once you cut yourself this perfect square and you emboss it, you may end up not having this square, and your frame and everything will just, not look as clean and neat. And here you can see I was telling you that when the mail came through, I was trying to use the scissors to open the envelope, as I didn't realize that the stamp is so big and lovely. This is a gorgeous A4 size stamp set, so it's really plenty. It's jam-packed with a lovely sentiments and the flowers and the butterfly, and few of the main images, they have this matching dies as well, so that's absolutely amazing. I think I need to do a proper search on this set, but I think it was in the Christina Card Making Magic kit. She had this there is a series of Create to Inspire, and there's a lovely truly amazing artist. They are pulling this kit, which is it has a magazine, it has this usually some stamps, dies, embossing folders. It's a whole kit with the papers, dependingly what other different creators it's their main focus and field of interest they are presenting. There is a kit with the indigo blue, which I miss on my store, but I have to see it whether it's still available on the craft stash. There was a one with a John next door, I think that was the previous one, so I have this one. I still need to make a video from that one as well. So lots of things in those kits. So I believe that this stamp and die are actually from this kit, but I'll need to do a more research. Anyway, I've decided to use this Wisteria purpley embossing powder, and this one comes from the Heritage Rubber Stamp company. I'm not sure if they're still operating. I have it for a very long time. I got it for free. I was trying to find them online, but I couldn't get anywhere. Like, I don't think their page is operating, so I believe this is either very local company or there may be like go on retirement, I don't know. But I love this purpley embossing. I really love it, and I thought it will just match up perfectly with the theme of my card. So I cut myself this butterfly. I have my mats and layers, and I'll be doing a little extra bits as well. So here you can see the main, like more or less design for my card, for my today's card. I have this very white ribbon. It's 2-inch white, and it has this matching color, so I thought I will just add it. I will try to squeeze it in the middle, just so it will look like it's been like secure with the butterfly. So I'm just gonna be using a little piece of the jewelry wire. I squeeze my ribbon just in the middle, and just I'm shaping it nicely so it looks like it would be thread through some buckle or something like that, but it's only a jewelry wire I'm securing it with. So I'm twisting the wire, making sure it's nice and straight, and then I will use this jewelry clasp. Oh my gosh, I forgot the name. I'm sorry. You have to excuse me that. But it's very late, so I'm just trying to finish this voiceover so I could release the video. And this is another set, Simply Made Crafts, designed by a lovely Helen Griffin, and she's also co-branding with the Craft Stash, and that was one of the sets I ordered through that 50 items per $5 deal. So I have 3 of them. It was Simply Made Crafts, it was Craft Making Magic, and the third one was Daisy May Design. And one thing I need to tell you, my friends, that on this Friday there will be a Friday live with the Daisy May Design chance to win. There's, I think it's £120 worth, but it's definitely £100 worth bundle of Daisy May Design goodies, so you don't want to miss that. If you're not on the craft world, then just go to the Facebook, go to the Craft Stash page, and make yourself notification for this coming live. It's every Friday at 1 o'clock. They have those lives, and this is the actual live. I won those picture stamp sets, and all I did is just go onto the live, say hello, or comment 1 or twice. You don't even have to make more than one. Just say hello, and you will be having a chance to win some goodies. So why not trying that? I cut myself this Mr. and Mrs. sentiment from the Simply Made Crafts die, and that was cut from the same gold cardstock as my trellis panel die from the Card Making Magic. And what I've noticed, it wasn't standing at all, so I've backed it with the purple paper, because in this Mr. and Mrs. die set you do get 2 for each. It's 6 dies in total, and you've got this little sentiment, and then you have this outer pieces as well. So I did it from the same lavender paper as my embossed piece. However, it wasn't standing at all, so I have this idea that I'm gonna be doing edges of those little purple pieces. I will go over with my embossing ink, and I will just emboss them. That way I will give them a little bit more dramatic look, and this dark embossing edge should really make it pop from the card. So that's what I'm gonna be doing here now. I'm using my little brush just to brush off it the main area in the middle, because I don't want to have any embossing over there. And I'm just gonna be adding this to my edges. And I always like, if I'm going for that distressed look, I always like to tap my finger a little bit, because if you're gonna be brushing it off with the brush, you will have that clean edge. However, if you tap teeny tiny a little bit with your own finger, that way you will get that lovely distressed look, and it's not gonna give you those harsh line, because it's very hard if you're sponging the edges. It's very hard to do it like 2 millimeters all over a area. So obviously if you're gonna be doing it, it's better to go for that distress look, because it would be very hard to have it clean and exactly same outer edge, unless you would do some sort of marker or something like that. But with the embossing ink, it's quite hard, embossing powder, it's quite hard to achieve. So that's why I'm going over the edges with my finger and trying to brush it off a little bit, so it's uneven, and I really enjoy that look. So here I am using my heating tool to set the powder, and I will do that for all three elements I'm having. I also did myself additional piece for a butterfly, so I do have this purple piece to back my stamped image as well. I just thought it will look nicely, and all the composition, this is what I like to do. I think I've been telling this plenty time that it's really important to match up your elements all over the card, because that way you've got that consistency, and that's create that look that actually all the elements are matching together. So as you can see, I'm trying to more or less think like, oh, this is gonna be my card looks like. However, I was still not quite happy how this Mr. and Mrs. Sentiment looking on these bucket pieces, because I think oh, it's still missing something. Here you can see I'm thinking I'm gonna be doing something for the butterfly body, but later on I've decided to use these golden half pearls. However, for my sentiment, I will do additional extra stop, and I will bucket with the extra pieces from the white cardstock later on. And now I'm trying to think what else I could add for my front panel. I've got the 6x6 Christina floral trellis die, but I've decided I really want to frame it to look even more nicely and elegant, and I'm just thinking I will do this 4 edges dress up with this Heartfelt creation. This is the Regal border die, so I'm thinking of creating some sort of a elegant decorative elements I could glue all over this 4 sides of this little panel in front of my card. Now I will be cutting this regal border 4 times, and I also decided to cut myself this white Mr. and Mrs. Sentiment twice, because I will be doing some shadow effect. I want to glue it underneath the gold one, just so it will pop even more. And at the final photo you will see that adding this extra step, it really creates this lovely look, and this sentiment is just looking gorgeous. I think if I would back it up with more dramatic, like a darker purple in the first place, I would not have to do all of those steps. However, I am quite happy I did that because it only took me a few extra minutes, but it was really worth the effort because this sentiment is just looking gorgeous. I've placed myself this regal border element, but I had a little bit trouble with that. You will see later on that I could not decide how to use it. I was keep changing it that way. I was turning it around upside down, and I just could not find myself like proper position for it. But before I'm gonna go to that stage, I've decided to finally attach my panels together, because I always like to leave it till the end, because I never know, like maybe further down in the line I would like to add the ribbon or something. I've caught myself on this plenty times that I was trying to pull my card together like very quickly, and then I glue my front panel, and when I was like I've glued my background panel, and then later on when I was trying to attach the front panel, I just thought like, oh, I want to add the ribbon or something, but it was already too late. So now I've decided I'm gonna leave it till the end, and I'm usually just gluing my elements, attaching all together once I have everything ready, and then I'm sure that there is not more like I want to add like any ribbon or anything like that, because it's very hard to do it later on once you have everything stick to your card. And here I'm just simply adding 2 pieces of ribbon on the angles, and this is the organza ribbon, which is very like translucent. It only had those like a white edges, 2 narrow strips on the edges, and then the inside part is really like visible, like you can see through the embossing. So I think it's just an extra additional element. Plus in my opinion, the ribbons, they always add that extra elegance to your card, especially if you have that like something like I have here. It looks special. It's not just like a plain ribbon, but it's something to really look elegant, and so I quite like it. So sometimes when I don't have the space for making my bows or something, I really like to stick that piece of a ribbon. And I'm just making sure that they're more or less in the same position. And with this embossing folder is quite easy because it's got those like a trellis panel, so you could count the little squares, which I was doing here just to make sure it's equal distance from all corners. But you could do it with the rulers or really eyeball it. I think it's just me trying to be, super precise here, but there's no need for that, and definitely there's no need for that. This is my like craziness a little bit, but never mind. I'm attaching the golden panel to the white piece, which I cut separately. I really enjoyed the fact that this die, Christina dies, and many projects, whenever they have this outer edge, it just gives you the additional extra versatile, because you could use this panel on its own, but here I was able, because the outer die was separate from the trellis part, I was managed to cut myself a perfect mat for this element. So it's very easy to assemble together, because sometimes some companies, when they create those trellis dies, I might say that whenever there is no outer edge, you just have to go over hard way with the scissors or something. Especially like here, this edge is a little bit like wavy. It's got this lovely like a wave pattern. It's not the straight edge, so it was really good that I've managed to cut myself back in paste with the same die. And here you can see my struggle with this regal border die. I could not decide that way. Maybe I was keep turning them around and I wasn't happy, but finally I've decided to, instead of before I've used two, you will see in a minute. And moreover, I decided to also emboss them with the same purple color embossing powder, and that way it all composition comes together, because I had this embossing on the butterfly and I had this embossing on the sentiments. So once I've decided to emboss those two pieces with the same purple embossing powder, it all just come together really, really well. And here you can see, my friends, I'm doing this shadow effect technique by sticking two sentiments, two white sentiments underneath the gold one, and both of them I shifting a little bit, so that way I have this white edge all over this golden sentiment. And also the same thing I've mentioned before, by adding this purple color embossing to this white border die cut pieces, it really changed it. It make that my front panel pop even more. For a minute I was thinking maybe I'll just do shadow effect, but no, this frame was so delicate that I didn't want to add anything else to it. So that's basically all my elements for my card ready. I could now start assembling my card. I will be using some double-sided tape and a hot glue gun, and I will also use a foam tape to raise my front panel as well as some sentiment bits as well. And I must to tell you, I really love how this card turned out, and this purple and gold color combination. It is so elegant that I think I will be using it more often in my studio. But I'm so happy and so blessed to being able to try all these new goodies, because most of the elements I was using for my card, it was just like new to me. I only had this Heartfelt creation a border die which I used before, but the rest of the embossing folders, sentiments, die cut pieces, this butterfly stamp, everything is new. And I don't even know how to express my gratitude, but I'm feeling so blessed in my life to be able to have this amazing hobby and so many good things coming my way. Of course, some dies I've purchased, but the other one, like this embossing folders, I have so many of them. I think it's more than, I don't know, 20. The Tattered lace brand, and I also have from the lady I was telling you before. She also gave me some Martha Stewart molds and some air drying clay and some gel pens, some papers. Oh my gosh, I can't even, like, it was 2 bags full of goodies, and I'm still trying to work it out just to, you know, place it in my studio. Because I have so many things. I just need to have better organization because I'm start feeling lost a little bit. But I am simplifying my you know, ordering, because to be honest, and here's my mistake I've made, is that when I was starting, well, it wasn't really a mistake because you cannot really foresee it at some point. When I start doing my card making hobby and my passion following it, at the beginning I was just doing it for myself mainly. Like I create for a very long time, I was creating for myself, my closest family. I didn't share my work or anything like that, so obviously I didn't need any like organization, keeping a track what I have, what is from what company. And but with the time, when I was gathering more and more crafting goodies to my studio, and then the lady, oh, another extraordinary thing happened to me, is that the lady who was shutting down the local craft store in my little town, she passed quite a lot of stuff to me as well. Obviously I've bought the larger quantity of the paper from her, but she also gave me so many other goodies, and I never really organize it the way I should do, with having myself like a supply list or things like that. So I need to jump on it, because I'm doing more and more like a blogging things, and you know, trying to write a proper style articles and things like that for you. So that really takes me a little bit of a time, so I'm working on it as well, just to get through organization system. But back into my video, and thing I want to just say that I'm feeling so thankful and blessed with having all those good things coming my way, and the same with winning this stamp set and this and that. And it's really, you know, lovely feeling that I have so much luck coming towards me. So I just want to share with you the projects. I'll be using all this lovely goodies soon. I'm also gonna be making another video from this picture this Christmas stamp set. So there will be some cards from those stamps I won. So thank you so much for being here with me. I hope you enjoyed my card, and thank you for subscribing to my channel. Thank you for sharing my videos with your friends and family, everyone who could be interested in it. It really helps me to build my channel. I'm still below that certain point with subscriber that YouTube requires for me to, I could do some live recording or to even create a post on a YouTube. So yeah, that would help me out very much if you could share my videos with your friends. And once again, thank you for being here, for watching, and I wish you all the best, my friends. Stay blessed and have a lovely day. Bye bye.